Thanks to that witch doctor, you can finally get some rest.
Hey, what's up everyone? This is Lathan. Create this video about attack bats. That's what I'm calling the attack speed plus bats build. It is quite interesting. I'm liking it a lot. This is embracing attack speed. All of the gear that I'm going to be testing with actually has max attack speed on it. So different combinations are using bats and push to the max and try to get a workable bats build using Pierce the Veil as well, which is a little bit of an extra challenge, and the results will be reproducible. Keep in mind, the faster you hit, the more lifesteal you're going to generate, and it's going to keep you alive as well. So it's doing more damage. You're hitting faster. You're gaining life fast. So now you can sort of crank it up. Now keep in mind, the faster you hit, the more lifesteal you're going to generate. So it works for survival, especially at high MP. Okay, we'll take a look at some skills here. Grave Injustice, pretty much a given. I think with a bats build, it's just mandatory. It's just an awesome skill. I think enough said there. Pierce the Veil, I do have it on by default. I figured we'd start there and kind of test the very worst case scenario first. So I do have that on there. Spiritual Attunement, this one in my case and in your case it may be different. I found it's the best skill to help me manage my mana. It works great in conjunction with any item that will give you maximum mana, because the more mana you have, the more that 1% regen will actually be. Blood Ritual is another favorite. It's a direct 15% mana reduction, and although it sounds very attractive in my case, and like I said, maybe different for you, in my case I actually get more channel time with high attack speed when I use Spiritual Attunement. I'm going to start out with the worst case scenario here, so let's go ahead and put on attack speed on both the helm and the torso. I've got Pierce the Veil on. The piece of the gear that'll help me, I got a Stone of Jordan. This is a dupe, but it's pretty cool. Gives me the 111 maximum mana and gives me a reduction on the channel cost. Down here I got this sword just to test with. It's actually a knife, sorry. 1.40 attack speed, and it is giving me 8 gen per second, so that helps. I get some regen from that slot is what it comes down to. Over here, this Mojo, which is kind of a cheap Mojo, but I got it because it has max mana and mana regen. You can get 14 mana regen, of course, but this was just enough to test, and I get both mana regen and mana pool from this item. So that's 3 slots where I'm getting some additional mana. We'll take a look at what I'm getting total now. 1185 max mana and 7481 for the regen. Like I said, I get attack speed everywhere that I can get it, and it's set at 9%. The only exception is my Stone of Jordan at this point right now, because I want to get that maximum mana. Of course, keep in mind this is in town, so it's not going to be including Grave Injustice.
I need mana.
So roughly 10 seconds, which is pretty bad, but actually when you think about it, I have Pierce the Veil on, I have a Mempo on, I have a Tal on, I've got in his pants, I've got attack speed everywhere, so it's not actually too bad considering, it's not going to be desired, to be honest. This is the absolute worst case scenario, but it is possible, and again, I could get more regen on this slot. It goes up to 14, it's currently at 8, and I could get 14 regen here, so it could be improved as well. Alright, so if I want to get that 4-piece Zuni set bonus, I'm going to have to get some different gear going on here. So at this point I need 2 different items to get the set bonus. I only have 2 items right now, so I need 2 more. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out my Mojo with this string. Cheap string I just got for testing, but you can see this one does have the max mana regen of 14 and also has the max mana. So let's go ahead and put that on. So that additional regen really didn't give us too much because it is such high attack speed. That's not all that noticeable. If we did get 14 on the other side for a total of 28, I'm sure that would be a little more noticeable, but not really what we need. So we need to go a little bit further. We need to get that set bonus. So at this point we have the option. We could either get rid of the Mempo, or we could get rid of the Tal. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to keep the mempo, because when I look at that I say, well, this is a 9.6 mempo. It should probably give me more damage if I kept the mempo on. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out the torso first. Okay, so now you can see I do get the set bonus. So let's take a look at what that does. Damage has gone way down, 318. Of course, that's expected because we're no longer using that 9% on the torso, and you can see what a difference that actually makes. We will look at attack speed. That went down a little bit, 2.28, because we did lose the 9% again, so that's going to be impacted. Down here, our mana, we have 1158, which is the same because we really didn't change anything. That torso doesn't have any mana, but the set bonus, that jumped us up to 98.56. So that's a huge mana regen bonus right there. Let's take a look now. Again, very high attack speed, and this is with bats in town, no grave injustice.
I need mana.
Okay, 12 seconds. That's actually not too bad. At this attack speed, we do still have Pierce the Veil on. We've got 12 seconds in town, not hitting any monsters at all, so not getting any mana regen back from that whole skill. We get 318 damage from swapping out that torso. We'll put it back to see the difference. It was at 338. So now let's go ahead and do the opposite. Let's keep that torso in, and let's swap out the mempo. And this vision right here does have the 148 maximum mana, so that's going to go ahead and bump up my mana pool, which will in turn help my regen as well. Now we still have the 4-piece set. Getting rid of the mempo and keeping the towel results in more damage, so 330, and the other way was 318. So this is actually a better configuration. The mempo, you would think is better. It even shows more damage there, but when you swap things around, the better combination is having the Zuni helm. So we'll just verify that again real quick. So it's 338 with both. Swapping out for the torso gives 318. Swapping out for the helm gives 330. So it's actually better in this case to not use the mempo. Interestingly enough, I wouldn't have thought that. So now we go over here, maximum mana, way up there, 1335, and our mana regen jumped to 100. So now we really got that boost from the pool and the regen. So now we've got the 4-piece bonus going on. We've got max mana from the helm. We've got it from the Stone of Jordan plus the bat discount. We've got some regen here as well. And let's see what that does.
More mana.
So it's about 14 seconds there. That's a significant boost. We'll just take another look here. We'll verify the attack speed didn't change because both the helm and the torso are both 9%. So whether you interchange them, it doesn't change the attack speed. 2.28, still fast attack speed, and we still have ton of regen here and mana, enough to get 13 seconds of channeling in town without grave injustice. So that's actually not bad at all. With the higher damage, you've got enough mana regen at 100 per second that even when you lose it quickly, it's going to regen so fast. On top of using some other skills such as my Widowmakers to get more mana regen, it's just really not bad. So I think I would prefer the higher damage. Same configuration, Pierce the Veil. We're gonna try to jump into an MP10 somewhere and show how that mana regen works. So it is possible to use Pierce the Veil and mitigate that negative 30% mana increase cost by using a combination of spiritual attunement and gear, weapon, ring, helm, mojo, and set bonus. But this is the worst case scenario again. If you have any items that are not 9%, your results would be better. But I did want to test with the worst case scenario. And you know, it's you could do it. You could definitely do it. Attack speed with bats is totally possible. So I think the last thing I wanted to cover is, you know, the traditional 4-piece Zuni is the helm, the torso, the boots, and the ring. So let's go ahead and configure it that way for a minute. Let's see what we get. Let's look at mana. Did drop down a little bit, 1198, but I still got 84. And you know, that's not bad. So even you know, swapping out for the better mojo, I'm still, you know, looking at some decent mana.
Need more mana.
So about 18 seconds there, so you know, that's definitely going to work. You know, add Grave Injustice to that and Gruesome Feast, you know, forget it. You're not going to have any mana problems at all. So removing the mana regen off that main weapon, I still have 76.94, very high attack speed, still 2.16 over 2 attacks a second, and roughly 1200 mana pool here. So let's see how that works. You know, I'm already at full mana again. The regen is fast. You know, it's definitely going to work. Use the mojo again here so that we can put attack speed back on the torso, and that would bring us to 2.41 attack speed. We do still have the Zuni set bonus, and in this configuration we have 1202 and 91. So yet a different configuration here, and we'll see what that gives us.
I do not have enough mana.
So about 14-15 seconds there, you can see the mana regen, and you know, it's just flying up at even, you know, again with the worst case scenario with 9% on every item in every one of these tests that we've done, even going as far as including Pierce the Veil in the mix. You can make bats go really fast and it'll be a viable build. So good luck experimenting, lots of different combinations out there. Have fun.